The Island Archives podcast is set to launch today,
Woo!
January 31st, an audio series created to honor the Caribbean heroes and sheroes of the past and present and highlight their immeasurable contributions in different areas and disciplines. Their goal is to feature the achievements of these figures by retelling their stories in an interesting, engaging, and insightful way, blending humor, history, and highlights. Jabari Trotman, a representative of Archives podcast, let me say that again, a representative of Island Archives podcast is here with us to tell us all about it. Jabari, welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Thanks. Good to be here.
And congratulations, today's your first day of your podcast. Is it going to be recorded for the first time or aired?
So for the first time. We did all the recording actually this month. So we started the development sometime late last year, had the discussions, and then did the scheduling, organized how we wanted it to look, sound, and feel. And then we put the pedal to the metal and put a lot of work in this week and this month rather. So yeah, it was a lot of work, but hopefully it's well received and gives out a lot of information.
Well, let's talk about that because an idea like this had to come from somewhere. So where did it come from?
Well, the original idea was something that came from an initiative that my co-host on another podcast that I do, Xavier Gray, had, where he wanted to put a picture on Instagram and a short write-up of a famous event, famous person of Black history, and give some information to, in a place that is not commonly used for that purpose, which is Instagram or social media. And then I took it a step further for the following year, or the following 2 years rather, where I would do a short write-up on a Caribbean figure and put a YouTube video and attach it to a Facebook post. The idea was that it would be short and brief enough and informative enough to be a screenshot to be shared. And then after we relaunched Off the Bench Radio last year, which is another podcast we do, we decided to do the Island Archives in order to further that idea. So that's how it came about.
Stuff.
I mean, it sounds great. So you mentioned short so that it could be a screenshot. And now I'm understanding that the podcast is supposed to be 3 to 5 minutes long. I mean, I love the idea, but how do you fit all of that content into 3 to 5 minutes?
I would say carefully. Carefully. We did a lot of research on each figure that was to be featured. Sometimes we read, 4-6 hours, then write the script.
Whoa.
And then the idea is to capture their life's work in a way that is engaging, informative, and makes you say, wow, I didn't know that, right? And that's a difficult task, but...
In 3 to 5 minutes,
Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes. So it's supposed to be short, sweet, to the point, and have enough, choice morsels or information in there to make you go look it up and say, give you more information on the back end. So it's supposed to, tantalize you enough to entertain you for that short period of time, and then make you want to go and research
on your own.
All right, well, speaking of tantalizing, you're here now. The podcast is yet to be launched. We want to get a sneak preview as to who some of the heroes or sheroes are that you're featuring. So what can you tell us?
Right. So for this week, we're starting today with Petition-born USVI Rays Livingstone Bramble. He was a WBA lightweight world champion boxer.
Wow.
Born in St. Kitts, raised in the VI. Then on Wednesday, we have the late, great Sidney Poitier, a Bahamian actor and civil activist. And on Friday, we end off the week with Nobel laureate, St. Lucian economist Arthur Lewis. So we have a powerful week to start out the gate. And
yes.
The whole month will be great. So we have like 15 episodes across 5 weeks or so. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So this series is executively produced by Pelican Podcast. What can you tell us more about this media group? I think I've heard the name somewhere before.
So Pelican Podcast is a subsidiary of Pelican Media Group. And it's a podcast network right here in St. Kitts and Nevis. We have a bunch of different podcasts on there for all interest groups. We have On the Easel, which is hosted by Liska Bass, which talks about artists in different disciplines and areas.
We had her on here.
Right? And there's also Mango Meter Review, which talks about movies that just came out from like a Caribbean lens and how we interpret that. There's also Trending Searches, which talks about tech news and the latest in tech news at that time. So there's a lot of different content out there and a lot of different stuff for everybody.
All right. So where do we go to listen?
So a lot of places. We have a website, www.islandarchive.com. We're on all social media, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You could also check us out on pelicanpodcast.com. And we've partnered with WinFM to air all the podcasts on 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday and 1:30 on Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be on WinFM as well.
And you said there will be 15
episodes
for the month?
Yes.
So this is going to be continuing throughout the year?
Yes. I won't say we'll do 15 every single month.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is to do it by season. So this season one, and then we'll have a season later on in the year. And then there'll be some content in between there to continue to whet people's appetite.